Haywood Road in West Asheville. Battle Cat Coffee Bar serves coffee, drinks, teas, beer, and food. They are open until 10 p.m. every day. More info and menu at battlecatcoffee.com. Riverlink is a regional nonprofit spearheading the environmental and economic revitalization of the French Broad River and its watershed as a place to live, learn, work, and play. Since 1987, Riverlink has led efforts to create public river access, address issues around stormwater runoff, conserving small tracts of land to improve water quality measures, educate over 3,500 K-12 students with environmental education lessons, and empower 1,500 volunteers annually. To learn more, visit riverlink.org. I'm not done yet. Is your space overrun with records? Why not thin out the collection by setting up a table and becoming a vendor at Asheville FM's first ever record fair? This vinyl-only fair will be held in the event hall at New Belgium Brewing on Saturday, November 2nd, located at 21 Craven Street in Asheville. This space is large enough to accommodate up to 38-foot tables, has a generous amount of power outlets, and is well lit, allowing for patrons to easily browse through the collections. There is also an outdoor recreation area where vendors can take a break and enjoy a bite from one of the food trucks that will be on site. And to wrap it all up, after the event, there will be a DJ dance party. Sign up today to be a part of this awesome event. Email us at info@ashevillefm.org.
Good morning, watch the sun, watch it rise with a smile, open eyes, say good morning. Every morning, what a wonderful way to greet each new day. Say good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Brush the hair on your head, brush your teeth, make your bed. Look at each day in a new way. Take a chance, you can be what you wanna be. 'Cause this morning is waiting, you'll see. If it's Monday,
good morning.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
good morning.
Thursday, Friday,
good morning.
Saturday, Sunday, good morning, good morning, good morning to each one of you.
Sorry.
Have a pancake or two, pack your lunch off to school, kiss your mommy and your daddy. What a wonderful way to greet each new day. Say good morning to you.
Oh, yeah! Woo! Love that saxophone, y'all. That is Craig and Company doing our theme song, Good Morning, from his, 1991 album, 1992 album, Morning and Night. And I am singing, this is Radioactive Kids, WNC's only independent kids music radio show, playing music for all ages for Asheville and the world. So, we have a very fun show for you today. I think we have all new songs except two, I think. 2 or 3 songs are not new on this show, but it's going to be fun. At 8:30, we have a new comics talk with Raj, and we'll also interview Jon Samson at 9:30. His new album, Ageless, is really something else. It's interesting. We're actually playing a lot of songs today that'll more make you think. You know, a lot of the songs are meant to kind of make you think about stuff that they may not have known about before. Yeah, it's just the way it worked out. But let's get it started off with a new album by Mr. Aaron, who has been cranking them out. This new album is a concept album about a trip through space to the moon, and it's called Mr. Aaron's Intergalactic Music Spectacular. Let's play some songs from it right now. This first song is called Gravity Can't Hold Me Down on Radioactive Kids. Stay tuned, y'all. We have a lot of good stuff coming up.
All right, if we're gonna get to the moon, let's fire up this musical rocket ship and see what it sounds like. I'm gonna press the go button.
Whoa, 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 gravity can't hold me down. When I hear that rocket sound, I gotta get up off the ground. Jump, jump. Everybody, jump, jump. Here we go. Let me flip some switches here. Gravity can't hold me down. When I hear that rocket sound, I just wanna fly around. Go flap like a birdie. Flap like a birdie, flap like a birdie, flap like a birdie, flap like a birdie. Flap your wings now, flap like a birdie, flap like a birdie. Here we go, we're moving, yes. Gravity can't hold me down. When I hear that rocket sound, I just gotta twist now. Go twist like a helicopter, 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 twist like a helicopter. Hey, gravity can't hold me down. When I hear that rocket sound, I just gotta float around. Go float like a ballerina, float like a ballerina, float like a ballerina, float like a ballerina, tiptoe ballerina, tiptoe ballerina, tiptoe ballerina, tiptoe ballerina. Gotta get to the moon, gotta get to the moon, gotta get to the moon, gotta get to the moon. Here we go, gravity can't hold me down. When I wanna head way out of town, I just turn my dreams up loud, turn my dreams up loud, turn my dreams up loud. Start the countdown. When you lie awake in bed, staring at the night sky, it's a big black puddle and you can't see the bottom no matter how hard you try. Your mind begins to wonder what lies beyond the stars. But I don't know. You gotta get up and go. You gotta hit the road into the unknown, to the depths of space, some uncharted place. A universe of stories carries me away into the unknown. I got a dream to dance with my friends on the moon. I wanna find a way to make that dream come true soon. I need a plan, but where do I begin? Well, I don't know. Gotta get up and go. Gotta hit the road into the unknown, to the depths of space, some uncharted place. A universe of stories carries me away into the unknown, into the unknown. A story can take you to a place you've never been. Maybe it's outer space or somewhere within your mind, or even deep down in your heart. You know? No. But I don't know. Gotta get up and go. Gotta hit the road into the unknown, to the depths of space. uncharted place. The universe of stories carries me away into the unknown. Gotta get up and go. Gotta get up and go. Gotta hit the road. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. To the depths of space. Some uncharted place. A universe of stories carries me away. Carries me away. Into the unknown. Away, away. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. I took my friend Amelia for a little lunar landing. I hopped out my rocket ship, had a little trouble standing. The astronauts thought it was funny until we started hopping like a moon bunny. We did the moon hop, don't stop. We did the moon hop, don't stop. We did the moon hop, don't stop. We did the moon hop, don't stop me. I took my friend Alice for a little moonwalk, looking at the pretty stars, tripped over a moon rock. Mr. Moon started to giggle. Alice and I, we just had to wiggle. We did the moon hop, don't stop. 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 Don't stop, Blake. Listen, now taking a walk on the moon ain't a walk in the park. You're tripping, you're slipping down canyons like Lewis and Clark. We're hopping, no stopping, we're finally on the moon. We're having a little party, singing my tune. Now I've been flinging through space, chasing my dreams. I've been riding my rocket and racing light beams. We sang a few songs just to make the rocket ship fly. I didn't know if we'd make it, but I knew we had to try to do the moon hop. Don't stop, we did 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 the moon hop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't won't stop, we did the moon hop. Yeah, 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 the moon hop. Whoa, 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 don't stop. Don't stop me.
That was Moon Hop by Mr. Aaron from his brand new album, Intergalactic Music Spectacular. Before that, we heard Into the Unknown, a really great song, I think. And before that, we heard Gravity Can't Hold Me Down. I am Sagan. This is Radioactive Kids, and you can check out the show on Facebook and Instagram if you want to. If you don't want to, that is just fine, too. I will understand. All right, let's keep on playing some music. This is some brand new music by, I hope I'm pronouncing this guy's name correctly, Dan Dugway. He has an album called Foods and Tudes. We're going to play a couple songs from it right now. This song is called Imagination on Radioactive Kids.
Hanging with my friends, using our imaginations. Yeah, yeah, we like to pretend. Paint the biggest picture, sail away or we can fly. We can go where we go, we don't need to justify. No wrong, no right, our minds just shine a light. Imagination, it's part of being human, knowing you can use imagination in all that you do. Come up with a story, make it up as we go along. Come up with a chorus, turn the story into a song. La 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 la. Dream up a game, yeah sure it may be lame. We can make it better if we do it together. No wrong, no right, our minds just shine a light. Use an imagination, it's part of being human, knowing you can use imagination. Cognitive evolution, imagination, all that you do. Invention needs imagination. Innovation needs imagination. Problem solving needs imagination. Thinking about the future needs imagination. No wrong, no right, our minds just shine a light. Use an imagination. Maybe you lose it if you don't use it. Use imagination. And all that you do, all that you do.
Johnny Junk Food was in a bad mood looking for a vending machine. He said,
It's time for a snack and I've forgotten to pack a chips and chocolate and sugar bomb drain.
for Heath Healthy was there and he had snacks to share. He said,
Johnny, would you like some of mine? I've got an apple and yogurt and carrot sticks too. I'll share my food with you anytime.
Johnny Junk Food, Johnny Junk Food. He only wants the rude and crude food.
Johnny Junk Food.
Johnny said,
No thanks, I don't eat the veggies and food I only want in a drink. If I don't get the sugar, I don't feel the rush, and I feel myself a sing.
he said,
Johnny, maybe eat healthy, cause that's gonna help you to grow. All that processed food is hard on your health. Even so, it's so easy, I know.
Johnny Junk Food, Johnny Junk Food. He only wants the rude and crude food.
Johnny Junk Food.
Johnny Junk Food, Johnny Junk Food. That's what gives him his bad attitude.
Johnny Junk
for me when it tastes so good. Maybe when I'm older, I'll be a little wiser and I'll eat the kind of food that I should. He said
It's better if you start off young, cause that's when you're in real need. Raw food, real food, root food, peel food, it's coming from the ground or a tree.
Johnny junk food, Johnny junk food. He only wants the rude and crude food. Johnny junk food, Johnny junk food. He's always got a bad attitude.
Yeah, what's it to you? An avocado?
Well, he felt great getting fruit from a shade. He felt so strong and alive.
Find a good fat, cause that's where it's at. Johnny, just give it a try.
He said,
Johnny, you can still eat the junk. Moderation is the name of the game. Limit the sugar, limit the packaging. 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 Yeah, Johnny.
Johnny junk food, Johnny junk food. He only wants the rude food. Yeah, give me the rude and crude food.
How about
Johnny
some
junk,
frozen
Johnny junk
blueberries?
He's always got a bad attitude.
Get off my back. Brussels sprouts.
Johnny junk, Johnny junk food. Johnny junk food, Johnny junk food. Johnny junk food, Johnny junk food. Johnny junk food, Johnny junk food.
We may not all look the same. Our skin might be a different shade. Our hair can be straight or curly. Our eyes can be blue, brown, or green. And when we sleep, we like to dream of castles in the sky. And did you know that inside everybody's got one heart? Inside everybody's got one heart. When you wake up, each day's a brand new start. Inside everybody's got one heart. We may not all feel the same. He likes the sun, she likes the rain. She gets up late, he gets up early. We like to learn about new things, especially learning to sing. Voices come together, there is nothing better. Inside everybody's got one heart. Inside everybody's got one heart. When you wake up, each day's a brand new start. 'Cause inside everybody's got one heart. And if you wanna make things happen, you wanna live in a better world, recreate the love and unity. Just look inside and find out who you are. Time's about to start and stop, and when you look inside, you got love for everyone. Inside everybody's got one heart. Inside everybody's got one heart. When you wake up, each day's a brand new start. Inside everybody's got one heart. One heart.
That is Iridescence with their one and only Kids single that they sent to me a few weeks ago. It's from 2016 called One Heart. Before that, we heard two songs from Foods and Tudes by Dan Duguay. We heard Johnny Junk Food and Imagination on Radioactive Kids. All right, coming up in just a few minutes, we will have a comics talk with Raj in which he recommends 3 really amazing comics that you should read. But first, it's time for the Wizard Rock of the Week, in which we play a few songs. I mean, 1 to, I don't know, I think the most we play is like 12 in one show, but it's only two this time. From the Wizard Rock genre. Wizard Rock, in case you didn't know, is songs inspired by the Harry Potter books. And this band is no longer together, actually. They have an album called Illegal Love Potion. The band is the Parcelmouths, and they bring a Slytherin perspective to the Wizard Rock scene. This song is called It's Not Half Bad, from the Parcelmouths on the album Illegal Love Potion on Radioactive Kids. Enjoy!
Everyone says Slytherin House is the worst place to be. Why? Just because the dungeons are so cold. The dungeons are so cold. And because we have to deal with greasy, Sebby Snape. Ew. And because our souls have all been sold. But there are good parts too that you may not have seen. Like what? We get to wear green, are expected to be mean, to the ickle thirsty scream when we accidentally bump up in the hallway. It's a goof up in potions just because Snape would rather yell at Harry Potter. Yell at Harry He'd always rather yell at Harry Potter. Yell at Harry Potter. If I could give attention to someone from his own house. We had to wear green, are expected to be mean, to the ickle thirsty scream when we accidentally bump up in the hallway. It's a goof off in potions just because Snape would rather yell at Harry Potter. Yell at Harry He'd always rather yell at Harry Potter. Yell at Harry Potter. Ever give attention to someone from his own house.
Harry Potter, that's 10 points from Gryffindor and detention on Saturday.
Professor, that's not fair. I've got Quidditch practice.
I don't care.
They got Potter, I got Nay and potions. Yay, Harry Potter. Guess Potter's not that bad. If someone were to ask us what our favorite color is, we'd say green. We'd say green. If the noise will find us wearing red is best, but I promise you that green could put their color to the test. Ravenclaw's research and blue is simply number 1, but little do they know their color's soon to be outdone. Hufflepuff's use
You are listening to Asheville FM. It is time for a comics talk with Raj. Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me back on to talk about your favorite thing and mine, comics.
Woo! Awesome. So you have three wonderful comics this month, and it looks like there's a theme, an obvious theme for them.
An obvious theme and a less obvious thread running through all of them. What do you think the theme is?
Well, without giving the books away, I'd say the sea.
The sea,
but
yes.
I'm curious what the other theme is.
These are all soggy books. Salty, soggy books. The other one is they are all, I would say, putting the novel in graphic novel.
Yes.
These are all relatively self-contained stories. They're all literary in nature, I would say.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Some of the books you talk about are kind of thin, maybe more of a short story, more of a jokey kind of setup. These are all actual novels. Yes. I mean, in the classic sense, they just happen to be told with pictures as part of the recipe.
Yes, and they're all really good.
They are really good. I'm excited already. Okay, so the first one, we're going to go in order of, I would say, maybe reading level or age appropriateness. They're all a little bit higher than maybe a, early reader, kindergartner, but starting with maybe a second grader or so, I would say this book, one that we were waiting with bated breath for well over a year to get. It is Island Book by hometown hero, Asheville legend, Evan Dom. Evan Dom is one of the most exciting stars on the rise, I would say, in comics in general. But this is his first book he wrote that is not self-published and not put on his website, riceboy.com. It is called Island Book, like I said before. It is for first second. So he went from completely, punk rock, independent, on his own, to signing with the premier producer of comics in, I would say, maybe the world at this level for this type of book.
Awesome.
First second book, they're amazing.
Yes.
So, Island Book is a fantasy story. It is all about an island, of course.
Several islands.
Several islands. Well, it starts on this one, a young girl named Sola, I believe, grows up kind of as an outcast because basically this huge monster came out of the sea when she was very, very small.
Yes.
Everyone was terrified of it. She was not. The monster kind of acknowledged her and went back. And because of that, the superstitious folks on this island blame her. The art is interesting. It's very fantastical in many, many ways. The color, the character design, the time period you can't quite place. It's sort of medieval. It's sort of Renaissance. It's sort of, industrialization.
Yeah.
All very allegorical, very, it's not hard sci-fi or fantasy, really. It's very nicely able to jump right in. So, essentially, she wants to know what is across the ocean, what happened, why this monster came, and so she sets out on an adventure. It's a very kind of classic adventure tale. She meets a different compatriots, a different island she goes to.
Yeah.
She learns different aspects of growth from each one of them. They learn from her, and then through their combined forces, they solve the mystery of what happened.
Yeah, well, maybe.
maybe. As far as we can tell. There are two more books in this series coming.
Can't wait.
The trilogy. So, obviously, there's much more story to tell here.
Yes.
And we are really, really excited about that. But it's great. The art is really fantastic. There's some full-page spreads that are wonderful. The use of color and different types of palettes to represent the different islands, the different outlooks, the different cultures are really nice. In some ways, it reminds me of one of my favorite books of all time, Wizard of Earthsea and the Earthsea series. You know, island hopping, going from archipelago to archipelago, seeing different cultures. There's a sort of a anthropological bent to it where, you know, different cultures have different strengths. There's different things you can learn from each one, but none of them have all the answers, and you kind of have to, you know, do a survey and learn a bit. It's all about friendship. It's all about basically kind of growing as a person through experiences and those that you meet.
Awesome. So that is Island Book by Evan Dahm.
It is. It is a good one.
Awesome.
So, next is Sea Sirens, a Trot and Captain Bill adventure. This, given that name, is probably going to be another series.
Yes.
And given the quality of this one, I think it'll probably get picked up for some more. It is published by Viking, and it is by Amy Chu and Janet K. Lee.
Yes.
It is another comic about the sea. This is a much less fantastical one, on the outside at least. It starts off, a teenage girl of Vietnamese-American extraction and her grandfather go to the beach every day in California. She surfs. Her grandfather fishes, but she surfs with her pet cat, who wears a tiny little life jacket, named Captain Bill. Her name is Trot, maybe. And basically through some ups and downs, grandfather gets lost, there's some family drama. She essentially gets sucked under the water, thinks she's not going to make it, and then discovers a undersea kingdom, or queendom, I should say, of mer people who are called the Sea Sirens. They have sort of a Greco-Roman meets Vietnamese style to their dress and their empire. It's beautiful art. Interesting stuff. The story is a little bit thin, I would say, on average, but the art is really, 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 really cool. It's got, you know, anthropomorphic animals, talking fish, an awesome cat that's just there the whole time, hanging out underwater with her. They just explore this kind of Atlantis-type undersea kingdom. And, of course, there's a mystery, there's some villainy. It all works out in the end, but the art is just, I mean, it's really interesting line work, kind of some Art Nouveau look to some of it. Really bold color choices, which I always appreciate. I mean, there's one page alone, bam, big red, boom.
Yeah.
So
it honestly, it's the type of thing that will inspire you to make your own undersea world and expand on this sort of thing.
Oh, you totally could. And I don't know if the proposed sequels to this will follow in the same bent, or maybe they're going to go to the moon or somewhere else. But if this is any indication, this is a collaboration that's pretty awesome, and I would love to see more, both of the artist and writer and of the girl and her cool cat.
Awesome. So that is
that is Sea Sirens, the book, A Trot and Captain Bill Adventure by Amy Chu, Janet K. Lee.
Awesome. And that is published by Viking.
By Viking, yeah. We're getting into the graphic novel game.
Good for them.
With a great, strong entry early. So wonderful. Oh, look at that. Just the seascape there is phenomenal. Okay.
Awesome. So what is the last one? I wanted to talk about this as much as possible because it's so good.
It is. The last one is entitled Queen of the Sea. See?
Yeah.
See? A little theme in the titles even. See, wee. By Dylan McConus.
Yes.
This is a book with layers on layers on layers.
Yes.
It's phenomenal. So just to, it's set in the far distant, I would say kind of medieval period in the British Isles.
Yes.
It mostly focuses on a convent, a nunnery on a small, tiny island on the western coast of England, or as it's called back then, Albion. They talk a lot about the politics of the era, the geography, the culture. The story is wonderful, but they pack in so much nonfiction material about everything from the farming they did, the games they played, the industry they had, the religion, the everything. But we're getting ahead of ourselves a bit. So, The main character is a girl named Margaret.
Yes.
She was dropped off at this island at the convent when she was too young to remember what's going on, and a large crux of the story is her not knowing where she came from and why, and trying to discover that.
Yes.
Opens with that, and she spends pretty much the entire book in pursuit of
Yes.
the central mystery of her life. Who am I? Where did I come from?
Yeah.
It's got a wonderful cast of characters: the nuns, the priest. For most of her life, she has no one else to play with her age, and then all of a sudden, a boy arrives when she's about 6 years old, same age as her. He is a prince from, I forget what they call Scotland in this time period.
Let's just say this is Scotland, yeah.
Ecosia, I think it is.
Yeah.
But he has a funny accent, and they become fast friends. So she has one friend. His mother is a Scottish queen. He's a Scottish prince, and his, reason for being around is try to discover, or rather take back his homeland from the invaders, who happen to be the English, of which she is one. But they became great friends. As a wonderful little kind of friendship story in the beginning, and then it gets into kind of the heart of the matter, which is court intrigue, history, very, very interesting stuff. Just, it tells you all about, you learn a lot about the history of the British Isles. Learn about the feudalism, learn about the royalty and all the backstabbing and the wars and things that were going on at the time through the eyes of this little island in the middle of nowhere. So everything you see is kind of through this interesting lens of like, well, we hear about it, we know about it, but the day-to-day important things are getting eggs.
Yeah. And it's really just an exciting and interesting and fascinating like history story, and the art is beautiful. The watercolor and amazing.
Fantastic. I mean, I would compare it to some of the great historical fiction novels that people have been falling in love with, Cold Mountain, things like that, where it's set in this very specific time period and so well researched that it's totally believable.
Yes.
Like, nothing about it
100%.
seems like, I don't get this. No, everything about it. Like, they talk about chess and games they play and food they eat and all these little kind of asides and narrative bits they do. Okay.
Awesome.
So yes, that was to review Queen of the Sea, a historical fiction mystery friendship story with amazing art by a truly incredible creator. But she does just an amazing amount of research for everyone, and it makes sense, and it shows.
Awesome. So that is Queen of the Sea, and
correct. Yes. For that, we talk about Sea Sirens, A Trot and Captain Bill's Adventure by Amy Chu and Janet K. Lee. Oh yeah, and Walker Books, publisher, by the way, of Queen of the Sea.
Awesome.
Sea Sirens by Viking Press, and top of the spiel, we talked about Island Book by our good friend, Mr. Evan Dom.
Awesome.
Asheville native and amazing creator of incredible stuff from First Second.
Where can we get all these books? We want to check them right out.
You can check out these books, and even more than these, if you believe it or not, at Pack Memorial Library. My name is Raj. I work downstairs at the Youth Services Department. Awesome. And if you come see me, we can talk comics, and I can load you up with so many comics.
Awesome. We will see you next month for 3 more comics. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
This is Radioactive Kids. We just heard a comics talk with Raj from Pack Memorial Library, downtown Asheville. Thanks, Raj. Before that, we heard In Which Green is the Best Color, and It's Not Half Bad by the Parcel Mouths from their album Illegal Love Potion. And now, let's play something really unique and crazy and fun. This is a band called The Princes of Serendip. They have a new album. Actually, it was released back in May, I think. It's called Yumpa Tiddly Bee, Silly Songs. And really, I wish I could play many more songs from the album because they're really fun and really crazy and wacky and silly. This first song is called Fly Pie.
Pies are how we like to eat 'em. Fly pie, what a treat. We put 'em in pastry whenever we meet 'em. And bake 'em up so rich, so sweet, nothing in all the world can beat 'em. If I didn't have any, I'd give my last penny for fly pie.
Fly pie. Fly pie.
And then for dessert, I'd give my last shirt for fly pie.
Fly pie. Fly pie.
Flies are what we like to munch. Pies are how we like to munch 'em. Fly pie, what a lunch. We catch 'em and bake 'em in batches and crunch 'em. If I didn't have any, I'd give my last penny for fly pie.
Fly pie.
And then for dessert, I'd give my last shirt for fly pie.
Fly pie. Fly pie.
Ho, flies are what we like to gobble. Pies are how we like to gobble 'em. Fly pie's never a trouble. Second helping's never a problem. If I didn't have any, I'd give my last penny for fly pie.
Goody fly pie.
And then for dessert, I'd give my last shirt for fly pie.
Fly pie. Fly pie.
Ho, flies are what we like to eat. Pies are how we like to eat 'em. There's something on the bed. There's something on the bed. Let me tell you that there's something on the bed. Let me show you where there's something on the bed. Getting closer now, there's something on the bed. And it's not my foot, there's something on the bed. And it's not my fault, there's something on the bed. Can you hear that sound? There's something on the bed. In a sentimental mood, I fell in love with the reflection in your iris. In a sentimental mood, I sanctioned the betrayal of my dreams. In a sentimental mood, I threw off my linen rags and did a cartwheel. In a sentimental mood, in a sentimental mood, in a sentimental mood. There's something on the bed. There's something on the bed. And I don't mean me, there's something on the bed. I'm in ecstasy, there's something on the bed. And you'd never know, there's something on the bed. What a way to go. There's something on the bed. What a nice surprise, there's something on the bed. As it's supper time, there's something on the bed. In a sentimental mood, I threw a party for the victims of my malice. In a sentimental mood, I granted second prize to someone new. In a sentimental mood, I was halfway from the devil to the doorknob. In a sentimental mood, in a sentimental mood, in a sentimental mood.
On the lawn by the row where the onions grow, well, it's there you'll find me lying, with my nose in the air, and I'm glad that I'm there, for there's something I'm enjoying. How sweet the fair and fragrant onion, red or white or yellow, to taste and to behold, but best of all to smell. I once met a man who was rich, who was grand, and he courted me a year. But I told him no, yes, I told him to go, and my reason was quite clear. I'm sticking by my row of onions, red and white and yellow. It's here I wish to stay. Get you gone and fare you well, oh. But the following day he was back my way, and he said, here's how I'll woo you. There's a ship that I've bought, and she's docked in the port, and she's there expressly for you. How sweet the fair and fragrant onion, red or white or yellow, to taste and to behold, but best of all to smell, oh. So down we walked to the western dock, where the ship was duly lying, and the rats ran past as they left in disgust, and the sailors were all crying, for the hold was full of fragrant onions, red and white and yellow. At once I leapt on board, and I said, this suits me well, oh. It was anchors away and the salty spray, and he'd won me, he was sure. But I gave him a shock as the ship left the dock, for I pushed him back on shore. How sweet the fair and fragrant onion, red or white or yellow, to taste and to behold, but best of all to smell, oh. And I sailed on the tide to the world outside, and the land where onions thrive. And I found me a matchless onion patch, and I settled down for life. How sweet the fair and fragrant onion, red or white or yellow, to taste and to behold, but best of all to smell, oh.
love that song so much. It cracks me up. I love it. That was Onions by the Princes of Serendip from their newest album, Yumpa Tiddly Bee, Silly Songs. And there is a lot more where that came from. I wish I had more. I wish I had time to play more songs from that. Before that, we heard There's Something on the Bed, a song which gets stuck in my head at various times of the day, and I have to scream it at the top of my lungs in a sentimental mood. Yeah, anyway. So, and we also heard Fly Pie by that same band. All right, I am saying this is Radioactive Kids. Coming up at 9:30 or thereabouts, we will interview Jon Samson from New York. He has a new album called Ageless, Songs for the Child Archetype, and it's really interesting. This is an album that'll really make you think. This first song is called Predicament on Radioactive Kids.
The sun always shines, unconditional light, and the moon always glows, unconditional night, and we all go through a dark night, but we always shine bright, like penguins and polar bears in the light of the night. Unconditional love, unconditional sight, unconditional day, unconditional night. Shake my hand, slap me 5, bump me on the fist. And isn't it weird how we even exist? This universe is a strange place, the mysteries and the challenges we face. And there's a line between a problem and a predicament. You can solve a problem, but you manage a predicament. And kids, you're getting bigger now, and I'm not gonna lie to you. This world is a little bit broken. This world is a little bit broken. I wish I could say I was joking, but it's not as bad as it sounds. No, it's not as bad as it sounds. No, it's not as bad as it sounds. Mama hug, Papa hug, sister hug, brother hug, auntie hug, uncle hug, grandma hug, and grandpa hug, and great things can happen when we all hug and get along. Great things can happen when we all sing the same song. When we all sing the same song. When we all sing the same song. And this world is a little bit broken, but that's no excuse not to use gifts the universe gave you. And from there we'll start solving problems. We'll manage a predicament. Beautiful people, beautiful soul. What's in the one is in the whole. Shadow and light, night and day, penguins and polar bears on opposite ends of the world. Opposite ends of the world. Opposite ends of this world is a little divided. This world is a little bit broken, but the sun always shines. Unconditional light. So shake my hand, slap me fine, bump me on the fist. And isn't it weird how we even exist? When I get a little antsy, that's when I'm feeling ill-prepared for life. Fibonacci patterns all around me. That's when I get stuck in my head. That's when I'm not quite in my body. That's when I'm feeling like I need to crawl into a little anxiety. That's when I get a little weird. That's when I get a little awkward. When my heart is in my head and all I hear is the sound of my pounding chest. I gotta calm down. I gotta calm down. Gotta get calm, gotta stay calm, gotta stay calm, gotta be calm. But I'm having a hard time. If I could slow down enough to throw out a question, just to see if anybody can relate to this. Do you know my, do you know my, do you know my pain? Relate to this. Do you know my, do you know my, do you know my pain? Relate to this. Anxiety, anxiety. That's when I wanna run away. That's when I wanna disappear. That's when my heart is in my head and all I hear is the sound of my racing chest. I gotta slow down. I gotta slow down. Gotta slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. But I'm having a hard time. But I can get through this. I can get through this. I can get through this with all my might. I know I can do this. I can get through this. I can get through this. I can get through this with all my might. I know I can do this. I can get through this. I can get through this. I can get through this with all my might. I know I can do this. I can calm down. I can slow down. I can get through this with all my might. I know I can do this. I can get through this. I can get through this. I can get through this with all my might. I know I can do this.
You are listening to Asheville FM, WSFM LP 103.3 Asheville.
Feels like I'm in a video game. Everything around me looks just the same. Level after level after level after level after level after level after level. Feels like I'm in a video game. Everything around me looks just the same. Level after level after level after level after level after level after level. It starts, it stops. It's what we all think about. That's what we all think about. It starts, it stops. That's what we all think about. That's what we all think about. But where's the middle? Where's the thing that brings it together? All together now. Start, stop. Do we think about the middle? Morning, night. Do we think about it all? Start, stop. Do we think Do we think about what we're grabbing? Do we think about what we're taking? Do we think about how we put them together?
That was Video Game by Jon Samson from his new album, Ageless Songs for the Child Archetype. Before that, we heard Anxiety and Predicament, and we're not done yet. Programming support is brought to you by our contributing listeners and by Blue Ridge Pride Festival. This year's festival will be September 28th. Hey, that's today, from 11 a.m. Hey, that's in 2 hours. From 7 p.m. at Pack Square Park in downtown Asheville. The welcoming WNC procession across town will begin at 10 a.m. More info at blueridgepride.org. Asheville FM is listener-supported, volunteer-run, free-form community radio. Asheville FM relies on underwriting revenue and listener contributions to keep the lights on and sounds flowing to you. A tax-deductible contribution can be made at any time simply by visiting our homepage at www.ashevillefm.org and clicking the donate link. A one-time contribution can be made, or better yet, sign up to become a sustaining member with a monthly donation. Thank you for your support, and thank you for listening! The Center for New Beginnings is the only Western North Carolina nonprofit victim services agency, committed to providing services to individuals, families, and witnesses who have been affected by crime. These services include counseling, intervention, support groups, training, education, and crisis debriefings. For more information, call 828-989-9306. All right, let's keep rolling with Jon Samson. This song is called Magic Potion Ocean on Radioactive Kids.
Magic potion ocean, sing a little song with me. Going on an adventure down by the sea. We're gonna play a little music by the seashore. We're gonna sing a song so sweet and pure. We're gonna sing a song so sweet and pure. Magic potion ocean, play a little music with me. Going on an adventure down by the sea. We're gonna see a little turquoise water flow. We're gonna sing a song everybody knows. Everybody knows. We're gonna sing a song everybody knows. Sing a song everybody knows. A magic potion ocean, play a little rhythm with me. Gonna make an orchestration of an aqua symphony. We're gonna splish, splash, flap, a splash, splish, splash, can't get it wrong. We're gonna sing a song that lasts your whole life long. Sing a song that lasts your whole life. We're gonna sing a song that lasts your whole life long. Sing a song that lasts your whole life. Magic potion, ocean. Sing a little song with magic potion, ocean. Sing a little song with a magic potion, ocean. Sing a little song with me, yeah. We're gonna splish, splash, flap, a splash, splish, splash, flap, a splash, splish, splash, flap, a splash. You can't get it wrong. learning to play piano. I already know 2 notes, and with these notes I write a ditty about a bunch of random stuff. I invoke artistic license to organize my impulses. So don't be surprised when I go on a tangent. No need to tell me to focus, focus, focus. Try not to tell me to focus, focus, focus. I wish that you'd stop saying focus, focus, focus. 'Cause I focus on ADD. I'm getting better at piano. I know how to build a chord, though how easily I'm bored. 'Cause focus is not my strong suit. And speaking of suits, why is a deck of cards stacked with royalty? A king and a queen and a jack as a prince, but no princess to tell me to focus, focus, focus. Try not to tell me to focus, focus, focus. I wish that you'd stop saying focus, focus, focus. 'Cause I focus on ADD. I'm dabbling in ukulele. I know how to pluck 2 strings, and with these strings I sing a ditty about a bunch of random things. I've never been taught how to pay attention. I've only been told that it's focus or fail. 'Cause my mind moves ever so quickly. So try not to tell me to focus, focus, focus. No need to tell me to focus, focus, focus. I wish that you'd stop saying focus, focus, focus. 'Cause I focus on ADD. I'm not trying to break the rules. I'm just doing what comes naturally to me. Doing what suits me. And speaking of suits, why is a deck of cards stacked with royalty? A king and a queen and a jack as a prince, with no princess to tell me to focus, focus, focus. I wish that you'd stop saying focus, focus, focus. Unless you're wanting me to focus, focus, focus. On tangents intentionally. Focus on ADD. ADD, ADD. Focus on ADD. Am I dreaming? Am I sleeping? Or am I awake? Am I awake? Am I awake? There are 24 hours in a day, and we sleep roughly 8 of them away. And some people sleep more and others less. Different bodies with different levels of stress. Different levels of stress. Different levels of stress. And as you're dreaming while you're sleeping, do you know? Do you ask yourself, am I dreaming? Am I sleeping? Or am I awake? Am I awake? Am I awake? You get up early in the morning, or you sleep in. But either way, inevitably, your day will begin. You look at the clock, it's time to get up. Get up, get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up of bed. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up of bed. You take a moment to pinch and ask yourself, am I dreaming? Am I sleeping? Or am I awake? Ask yourself, am I dreaming? Am I sleeping? Or am I awake? Ask yourself, am I awake? Awake, 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 awake. Am I awake? Am I dreaming? Or am I awake? Am I sleeping? Or am I awake? Am I dreaming? Am I awake? Am I sleeping? Am I awake? And when you wake up, do you remember what you dreamt? What you dreamt? What you dreamt? I'm in a bubble. Greetings from my bubble. I'm having a bit of trouble seeing through this bubble. But if I pop this bubble, I'd still have my troubles. And the trouble really doubles when we go into a universe where you can't rehearse all the things in life that come your way, till you can look at anything and be okay. You can look at anything and always say, it could always be worse. It could always be worse. It could always be worse. It could always be beautiful, but that's how you wanna see the world. Like a bubble earth, it could really be worth it and beautiful if that is how you wanna see the world. inside my bubble. I continue to have trouble understanding thoughts and feelings that are not my own, which makes me feel alone, making it important to pop my bubble, and you can pop your bubble too, and we can look at anything and be okay. We can look at anything and always say it could always be worse. It could always be worse. It could always be worse. It could always be beautiful if that's how you wanna see the world, like a bubble world. It could really be worth it and beautiful if that is how you wanna be. Beautiful if that is how you wanna see the world. Bubble earth, bubble earth, bubble earth, bubble earth, where it all begins. Bubble earth, bubble earth, bubble earth, bubble earth, round and round it spins. Bubble earth, bubble earth, bubble earth, it's where we all fit in. Bubble earth, bubble earth, bubble earth, bubble earth, round and round we spin. Bubble earth, 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 bubble earth. Duality, duality, duality. We live in a world of opposites. The cosmic pendulum swings left or right,
Or up or down,
and all around the world is sound. But in the silence we have found a way to split the difference between polarities. Good,
or bad, duality,
black,
or white, duality,
love,
or hate, duality,
wrong,
or right, duality.
We dwell in the middle of two poles, north and south,
Polar bears in the North Pole,
and penguins in the south. But do your own research before you trust words from my mouth. Words like truth,
or lie, duality,
ignore,
reply, duality,
give up,
or try, duality,
hello,
goodbye, duality,
all or nothing, work or play, start or stop,
duality,
bubble or pop. And did you know a penguin and a polar bear can't be friends? Because their homes on planet Earth are opposite bookends. They both live in harsh extremes but manage to survive. They adapt in freezing cold to keep themselves alive. Talk about life or death, duality, fight or flight, duality, weak or bold, duality, young or old,
duality.
And if I was a penguin,
And I a polar bear,
we'd have our similarities,
and differences we share.
but there's no way for me to swim from here to over there. So when I do not visit you, it's not 'cause I don't care. It's just extreme distance between a penguin and a polar bear. I'm sorry I can't say hi or bipolar bear, but I wouldn't complain to a penguin that life's not fair. So the penguin in me greets the polar bear in you, as we melt our polarities and make something new. Make something new. Make something new. Make something new. Things aren't always cut and dry when dealing with extremes. 'cause there's a lot of gray between our whispers and our screams. It's all about a combo of our stark polarity until we find the middle ground. Duality. Until we find the middle ground. Duality. Only love, only love, only love can carry us through. Only love, only love, only love, only love, only love can carry us through. Everybody, all the parts of the whole carry soul, carry us through dark nights too, to carry your charisma and carry your strength with only love, only love, only love can carry us through. Only love, only love, only love, only love can carry us through. We walk together, hand in hand. We get each other, we understand. It's in the footsteps that we take, it's in the changes that we can make. Only love, only love can carry us through. Only love, only love, only love can carry us through the darkness, through the pain, through that which words can't explain. It's in the way we make a choice to stay silent or use our voice. With only love, only love, only love can carry us through. Only love, only love can carry us through. And at the end of every day, we reflect on what we said, what's in our heart, what's in our mind. When those combine, it's where we find only love, only love, only love can carry us through. Only love, only love, only love can carry us through. Only love, only
That was Only Love by Jon Samson from his new album, Ageless Songs for the Child Archetype. And I am really happy to have Jon himself on the air with me right now. Hello.
Hello, radioactive kids.
Awesome. So, of course, we've been listening to this album for the last 30 minutes. So, I wanted to start the interview by asking, how did you start making this album? Because it's a really interesting concept and idea. Like, what led to this album's creation?
Wow. Well, it's been 5 years in the making.
Oh, wow.
It's gone through a lot of different phases. You know, for me, each song is like its own separate project. Did you get to play Focus on ADD?
Yes.
Great. So that was one of the first ones I had produced. You know, when I produced that, I didn't know. At that point, I was one of those, I'm not going to make a whole record anymore. I'm just going to make singles. And eventually the concepts kept building on themselves.
Yeah.
But that song, Focus on ADD, is really important to me because having worked with children for the last 15 years, both in classrooms and in private practice in music therapy, they are so frustrated with that word focus and how often it is said to them. And so for me, that was just my way of expressing what they've expressed, which is, please don't tell me to focus. How about asking me about the things I really love to do and using those as a springboard for learning and growing? So that song is near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
And and then there was a video game, which was another one that actually the verses in that song are all improvised.
Oh, wow.
So you wouldn't necessarily know that by listening, but everything except feels like I'm in a video game. Everything except that was live channeled, improvised in a music therapy session in 2012, and then I post-produced the song. So I thought I'd share that.
Yeah. That's amazing. Like what do you do? Like, how many of the songs have their root in sessions with kids?
Yeah, so that's the only one on the album that's straight up directly from the work that I do. I've produced probably about 1,500 improvised songs with children over the last 15 years.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I mean, I'm just always blown away, but not surprised by the very profound messages that children share. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So, I also wanted to ask, so you said this album's been in the making for 5 years, but to me it seems like very much in relation to our current both social and cultural, climate in the United States. So, because it talks about how, differences are okay and not thinking the same is okay, and all sorts of different stuff, obviously. But how does it relate to the current moment, and was that intentional?
I'm going to use a big word. It's called synchronicity.
Yes.
So that's, for those of you who haven't heard that word, for you kids listening, when you have a coincidence where it's like, that seems like it was planned, but it wasn't. The first 2 tracks on the album are Predicament and Anxiety. And, climate anxiety is a big thing that's going on right now. It wasn't this master plan that I had where I was really looking at what was going on and being like, how can I make the album as relevant as possible? I mean, well, of course I was, but not from that deep of a strategy perspective, So, of course, I wanted to do something with climate change and pollution and finding a way to really acknowledge what's going on, and then also find a way to be hopeful about it. And, anxiety, I had an idea to make an anxiety song a few years ago, and it takes me that long to write a song. Well, that rhymes. It takes me that long to write a song. And, so everybody deals with anxiety. It's a huge thing for everybody, all ages. We're all worried about so many things. And so, if you listen to anxiety, it's not exactly a cure for anxiety either. It's just a way to say, hey, we understand what's going on, We know what it's like to want to hide and run away and feel overwhelmed. And so I'm just hoping that little anthem of I can get through this is a useful little mantra to say to oneself when you're going through a hard time.
Yeah, and it's also really interesting. This album is very intensely metaphorical.
Very much so.
I just interviewed someone last week who has an album that uses bees as a metaphor for so many different things. But your central metaphor running throughout the album, I think, is really the poles and the penguins and polar bears. So how did that come to you or end up happening?
Yeah, actually, that was when I was writing Predicament. So Predicament came about a year ago or so, and I was at the tail end of the song, and then I kind of threw in the penguins and polar bears tag, and then all of a sudden it took on a life of its own, and so it showed up in 3 of the tracks. Excuse me. And yeah, I mean, that, like you said, it's metaphoric. So penguins and polar bears, for those of you who don't know, polar bears live in the North Pole and penguins in the South Pole.
Yes.
So that represents the huge distance between us sometimes, not with where we live, but how we think, how we feel, what we believe. And so the real message with Bipolar Bear is to really say, you know, when I say the penguin in me greets the polar bear in you as we melt out polarities and make something new.
Yeah.
It's really supposed to say, let's take all our all of our differences, all of our similarities, and put them together and be in the middle, and we'll all be one people.
Yeah, and I think that comes across well in the album. I also wanted to ask. So I spoke with Renee Stahl of Renee and Friends in April, and she brought up a really interesting concept that I've been asking people about. You know Renee of Renee and Jeremy. Do you know her?
I believe so. Sorry, I'm. That, you know, we're in the middle of Grammy season right now, right? So everybody, there's like a million names and a million. Yeah. So I'm gonna just say, keep talking.
Yeah.
I'm here.
So she calls what she does like not kids music, not adult music, but more like people music, not specifically aimed at any age group in particular. So I'm asking you what you think of that concept and if it applies somewhat to your work.
100%. You know, the reason that this is my 4th album.
Yes.
My first 3 albums all had the tagline Kids Album. In fact, the first one was called Kids Album, then another Kids Album, and then a new Kids Album. And then I thought this would be Ageless Kids Album, but I changed it to Ageless Songs for the Child Archetype. And that child archetype phrase is important because we don't grow out of the child archetype. We all have a child archetype in us forever, for as long as we live. And so the idea is that we keep that child part of ourselves, no matter what our age, in balance, because it's either going to come out as childlike, which is when we're magical and creative and inspired, or it's going to be childish, where we don't get what we want, and we're we tantrum, and we're having a bad day, and it's always somebody else's fault. And so that's really the main intention of my message, is to not just reach kids, but layer the songs so that even a little kid who isn't even speaking yet can hear a beat or hear some melodies and layers and just enjoy that sensory experience. And then, you and I are 2 grown-ups and we're talking about metaphors, so the kids aren't going to sit around saying, oh, this is so metaphoric, So that's the idea, is that there's something in there for everybody.
Yes, I love it. I think, like, time and again I've heard that that's really the best, the mark of the best kids music is that it has different layers for different people, And sorry, go ahead. Yes, and we're almost out of time, but I wanted to ask you before we end: are there any plans for you to tour or come into Asheville at any time?
Well, I would love to, but right now I don't have any of that planned. I'm a little bit different in that, my main primary work is my private music therapy practice, where kids come to my studio and they make up songs and we record them and make videos. And so, maybe in another universe, who knows what'll happen.
Yeah.
But I don't tour. I would love to at some point in the future. Nothing on the docket yet.
Well, fingers crossed, I guess. So we're almost out of time, but I want to ask, where can people get this album if they want to check it out?
Well, you can go to all the usual digital platforms, but please visit my website at cocreativemusic.com, and you can get a physical copy there. And there's going to be very limited physical copies. I'm not going to be making more because I don't want the carbon footprint. So then we'll go to digital, and you can also see some cool videos, music therapy videos on there as well. So that's cocreativemusic.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today, and we will keep on playing your music as long as you're willing to make it.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
I am Sagan. This is Radioactive Kids, and up next we have a song by Steve Pulara. It's a song about firearms awareness, and it's called Flowers for My Friends on Asheville FM.
I don't play with toy guns anymore. I just buy flowers for my friends. Then I hide under my desk, wait for this nightmare to end. Something seems so wrong, but something could be made right. There's kids like me trying to sleep through the night. 'Cause we had a special guest in history class the other day. So we pulled up close to hear what he had to say. And he said, can you hear kids all day with their toy guns at play? We learned there are lots of kids who play games every day on TV screens and in betweens. It just seems to be the way. And he said, can you hear kids all day with their toy guns at play? All day, oh, all day, kids with toy guns at play. We don't play with toy guns anymore. We just buy flowers for our friends. Then we hide under our desk, wait for this nightmare to end.
From Steve Pulara to Bandtastic, this is Radioactive Kids.
Thank you all for coming. It would give me great pleasure, if I was able to feel pleasure, that you have all come to the grand opening of my synthetic burger bar, Shamburger. Now please generate the appropriate amount of sound to welcome my abnormal daughter, Cynthia, who I have asked to play the new celebratory jingle for Shamburger, my burger bar.
When you're looking for a burger, but not a real burger with your fam.
Your robot fam.
If you're hungry, but not really, 'cause we're in a hologram, come to Sham.
Come on down to Sham.
If you're lacking all emotions and just going through the motions, you're programmed.
To go to Sham.
And if you never really quit, that you're just a simulation built on a space station for these humans on vacation. And no one knows that your emotions are real. And no one understands 'cause nobody feels. And you're tired of feeling loneliness, and you wish that there was more than this. You dream that you could go away, but this is where you have to stay. So might as well come down to Schamberger.
That song, what is that? Just something I whipped together on this pigeon. That song, what is that? Just something I whipped together on this pigeon. That song, what is that? Just something I whipped together on this pigeon. That song, what is that? Just something. Keep playing it. Keep playing it. Keep playing it.
Well, we're listening to Bandtastic, a new collaboration between Mike Herman and Drennan Davis. They have a new podcast, and this is the album from it. It's called The Songs of Bandtastic. We heard Synthetic Intro, Schamberger, and Pigeon. And next we're going to hear Theresa's Lesson. Before that we heard Flowers for My Friends by Steve Pulara and his Red-Eared Sliders, a new single from them. And stay tuned on Asheville FM for Loose Fit with Ernesto. It's not jazz anymore, folks. He will be interviewing lots of bands. I think this week he's interviewing Secret Shame, a sort of gothy band. So we'll finish off the show with some goth kids music by the Gabbling Ghouls, a song called Rosemary's Garden. All right, hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you so much to Jon Samson for talking with me today. I'm Sagan, and I'll see y'all on the radio next week.
Listen. Do you hear the wind listen. Do you hear the birds? Shh. Listen. Do you hear the song? Listen close enough and sing along. Listen close. Do you hear the song? Listen close enough and sing along. Do you hear the song? Listen close enough and sing along. Listen, harmony. Listen. Everything and every sound is already in perfect harmony. Listen. Hear the song. Listen close enough and sing along. Do you hear the song? Listen close enough and sing along. Listen. Listen to the environment around you. Everything and every sound is already in perfect harmony.
Rosemary's garden holds a secret, one she'll never let you tell. Rosemary's garden grows so slowly, so strangely, the flowers sleep under a spell. Behind the wall you see a ghost planting poppies in the air, and in the left-hand side you see a faint cat also glares. Underneath the garden gate you'll see a hidden stair. Round and round your mind it spins, fastest flight, who knows where. Rosemary's garden so enticing, voices call out like a bell. Rosemary's garden's locked so tightly, so frightly, and on the locks a grinning skull. Behind the wall you see a ghost planting poppies in the air,
Hello, everybody. It is 10 a.m. in the morning in the Blue Ridge Mountains. You're listening to Asheville FM at WSFMLP 103.3 Asheville. My name's Ernesto. You've probably, if you tune in at this time on Saturday mornings, you've heard my voice because I've been doing a jazz show here in this time slot for the past couple years. But we're gonna start shifting things, messing it up with my new show. This is the first episode of Loose Fit, a program devoted to local and new and cult music from all over the place, except for the local stuff, of course. So I'm very excited today to have special guests on the program. The local group Secret Shame will be joining us to chat and to play some tunes off their new record. So why don't we get things started with a tune of theirs. This is from their self-titled EP from 2017. The tune is called Who Died in Our Backyard.